You guys remember when the original document came out and I literally said, like, I'm sorry, why is no one asking about whether or not his girlfriend okayed this stuff coming out? Sykkuno uploaded a statement and he says it's the first three paragraphs are his part of the statement and the next five or six are from his girlfriend. So I'm just going to read all of it. He says, I would like to apologize to everyone I have disappointed, most of all my girlfriend. I'm so sorry I put you through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful and I own and fully admit to that. I lied to people and told them I was single, which I know is not right. I'm sorry to all the people I hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done. However, I've seen false accusations about me that are not true. I can't allow false accusations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that the people making these claims did it from a place of hurt, so please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we were already working on a relationship and communication before all this happened. Having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I will be taking a break from streaming and the internet to better myself and give us the time we need to try and improve our relationship. Thank you for reading. I will continue to learn and grow from this experience. There was a point that was made by a couple of people online that I hadn't considered. And I have to say, it is kind of crazy. I totally understand and respect streamers or YouTubers that don't publicize their relationship status, whether they're single, whether they're dating, because personally, I don't think anyone is owed that information. They're owed gaming streams. That's what they're owed. I don't think anyone is owed every personal detail about your life. And also, I have seen many a horror story from many, many people that stream or do YouTube or whatever. And one person is always going to get harassed. At least one person is always going to get harassed in a relationship, in a relationship that is public. Sometimes both. So I personally don't think it's anyone's business whether or not you're dating someone. I just don't think that that's relevant, you know? I just don't. I don't know. So I think it's fine. I think it's totally, and I personally would suggest it. I would suggest it to every content creator that doesn't already have a public relationship. You should never publicize anything dating wise in your life. You just shouldn't. I think I don't think you should say whether you're single. I don't think you should say whether you're in a relationship, if you're um just in a polycule, whatever. I don't think that there's an upside to it, personally. I think it's better to have that area of your life completely private. People get weird as fuck. Yeah, I'd rather see like 500 mental illness posts about me. Be like, she's a single cat lady with 5,000 cats. And I'm like, sure, man, why not? Or like the posts that are like, she definitely has a partner that she beats into submission. And it's like, sure, man, why not? Like, write as much fan fiction as you want. I'm whatever you want to write, man. Whatever. I don't really care. I think it's funny. And I just wish people would write more fanfic about me dating women and nobody does that, which pisses me off. But whatever. 47 toilet denims, that's her. Also banning chatters that are weirdly interested. I mean, I give chatters like one pass to say like one question. And then past that point, it's like, okay, if you keep doing it, then I think that's ban worthy because it's like it's not your business, man. What about the flanfic? I love when people write fanfic about me. It's great. I kind of just assumed you were a lesbian for some reason. Well, I do date men and women, so based based alert. You hype up women a lot, LMFAO. I mean, I like women. I don't know. Is that a crime to like women? Continuing on the point that I was on. I don't think it's wrong for him to have like had a private relationship online. Like I don't think any of his viewers or anyone online is owed that information. I do think it's a little crazy that there were people that he lived with in like houses and that there were people that were like his close friends that had no idea about his relationships. That's insane. I didn't really think about it, but that's kind of insane. How are you friends with someone and you've never? Because I will tell you, in the content space, like behind the scenes, people are pretty comfortable talking about their relationship status because I think that there is like a mutual understanding that whatever you do or don't do, that doesn't deserve to be in the public face and the public eye, and that person didn't do anything to deserve it. And like, it's kind of off limits. I have found that everyone is public about it in the behind the scenes because everybody else respects that that's not public information and it's morally abhorrent to bring that up. If you want to hate someone or disagree with them or shit on them, you can do that and it's all good. But exposing people's relationships is such a big no-no. It's such a social faux pas that, in my experience, no one ever talks about that stuff publicly or does it. And it's good. I think it's good. I think it's fine. Never talking about your relationship that you've been in for 5 years with any of your friends or your roommates is a little insane. That feels like a major part of your life, and you didn't share it ever? How? How are you in a content house with a bunch of other streamers and no one knew? That's insane. For years is crazy. But yeah, we'll continue on from here. Someone said, "Can I get a TLDR on Sykkuno?" From what I've seen, this entire thing started because there was one woman that made a twit longer about her experience with Sykkuno, and she said that she was 19 and she was talking to him, and I think that she was suggesting that they were basically like dating, e-dating, and that he lied to her and said that he was not in a relationship and he was, and then so she uploaded this document basically saying that, he's lied to her and he's been cheating on his girlfriend, and there were other parts in there that I disagreed with the framing, so I'm not going to mention them because I don't think it strengthens anything. And then recently I've seen other people talking about their experiences and talking about getting messages from him, and then I've seen other people accusing him of being predatory, and then I think that was everything that I saw. Exactly what I was worried about, by the way, happened, where the original document that came out, the framing of it was more egregious than it should have been. So now, if there are actual victims that want to come out, they're not going to be taken seriously and they're not going to be treated with empathy. And I've already seen it happening where people are talking about their experiences, where I think normally people online would be more generous and more willing to be empathetic. And now all of these people are just getting super harassed. And no one is talking about, like, I think personally, if all of these women work together to find the cringiest screenshots that this guy has ever sent, like my XP bar is low, I think they would have destroyed his reputation way more than the original poster writing that he's a master manipulator. Because I think humiliation is a more effective strategy sometimes than social shaming. And I guarantee you, if he was telling some women, my XP bar is low. Also, oh my God, why does he talk like that? I think it would have been a slam dunk. And we'll talk about it more this weekend. But the Deku voice, dude, I saw a clip for the first time ever, and I was dying of cringe. But this goes back, I was talking about this, it just came out, this document just came out, and exactly what I was saying that I was worried about happened. My girlfriend wanted to share her experience. Below is a message written by her. Hi there, I wanted to start by saying thank you to those who have been checking on me and wishing me well during such a difficult time. It's been extremely heartbreaking to learn everything I know now, and going through this has been one of the hardest things I've ever been put through in my life. I've been tossed around from all sides. Me and my reality have been continuously shattered. Though, no matter how broken I am, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that, or even just warned that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. Even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked in on me or asked me how I felt about everything, but I haven't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. I understand that those involved with him have been hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. Having my worst fears become reality and then put on full display and used for profit for everyone to see is absolutely mortifying. It truly feels like a nightmare. It was already hard enough trying to work through things in private. This has just added another layer of difficulty and stress on top of everything. It's made it so much harder for me to cope. Prior to all of this becoming public, we were already making changes to improve our relationship, and while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made the decision to stay with the hopes of repairing our relationship together. Even though all of the things I've learned are incredibly disappointing and shocking, I don't think that they are irredeemable. It's been hard handling things unfolding this way, but I believe this will be a step in the right direction. With time, I hope everyone can focus on healing and being better versions of themselves. You guys remember when the original document came out and I literally said, like, I'm sorry, why is no one asking about whether or not his girlfriend okayed this stuff coming out? Because if the point of the document, the original document, is to say, I'm trying to do harm reduction, and I'm trying to make sure that like the people who need to know, and then you upload a video where it's Sykkuno saying to you that him and his girlfriend haven't been intimate in years or for a long time, I would be mortified. They're like, in my head, from my perspective, if I was the girlfriend, I would be like, and I was in contact with that person, I would say, do not upload this recording. For the love of God, do not. I would not want any of this public. But also, I'm sorry that he lied to you. I'm sorry that he made you think that, like you guys were dating. I'm sorry that he was a piece of shit, but I don't want this to be like, as probably the biggest victim there, I don't want this to be public. And no one seemed to care about that at all. At least there's been a multi-year relationship. It's easier for us outsiders to say she should have cut it off. Really let them handle this shit in private. I mean, from my perspective, I personally would leave that relationship because of the lying, but also not my business. It's also not my business. Also, no one's acknowledging the age gap either. Well, I think that's another, like, there are a couple of major problems that no one kind of addressed because the original document, like the first one that came out, and a lot of the original stories that came out were making commentary that was, I think, not warranted. Like, the original document said that he was like a sugar daddy, and the sugar daddy in question was like, this woman said, oh, I want this jacket. Oh, I want to play RE9. So he gifted her RE9 and he got her a jacket. And it's like, that's not what a sugar daddy is. Whereas if there was only an exclusive focus on, yeah, I didn't realize it at the time, but like, I was 19 and he was like 30, I think at the time too. And like, he had so much more power in that relationship, then I think everyone would be talking about that. And it's just like, this entire thing has just turned to shit. Also, yeah, the original person, they literally said that they wanted to keep being friends afterward and talking. And it's like, dude, what the? I don't think you can have it both ways. I don't think this is a master manipulator and predator, and also you still want to be with them. If I thought someone was a master manipulator and a predator, I would stop speaking to them immediately. I wouldn't be saying like, well, we can still talk and be friends. Like I can learn to forgive you. Like that's someone seems to be used to being close to their abusive trauma and or that shit, forgive the sin, not the sinner viewpoint. They were e-dating for 2 months. I don't think that that's like Stockholm syndrome or like the framing that you provided. Yeah. What constitutes e-dating, by the way? That you think you're in a relationship with someone and you guys predominantly only spend time with each other over like Discord, flirt and casual chats. And yeah, it was never IRL. Like, I think you can say that he's a piece of shit and that, man, he is probably a pretty terrible person to be lying to everyone in his life so prolifically without care about like the harm that he's causing. Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that like he didn't immediately shut down conversations with like a 19-year-old or like a 20-year-old, like what the fuck are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Like you are like that's not a trustworthy person. And exactly what I said I was worried about on the very first day that this stuff was on the timeline happened. One, no one cared about what the girlfriend wanted because I promise you this is another problem. It's like optics do matter. And unfortunately, we don't live in a world where you can be imperfect and get taken seriously. And if that's unfair, it's unfair. But there are things within our control and within our power to impact. And so I think that there is fault. I think it is good to have and to uphold some level. I think sorry, let me correct my statement. I think if you are making a twit longer about someone or you are making a statement about someone, I think you have a responsibility to all other victims to make sure that you are not misrepresenting anything or that you are using language that's accurate. Because unfortunately, if you don't, it makes other victims' lives actually really difficult. And because she still wanted to be friends with him, and because like that was not, again, like there are clear instances of like financial abuse. Not, I haven't seen any specifically with Sykkuno, or there haven't been any that I've seen online that have been posted as far as I can tell. If someone says, "Oh, I really want this game. Oh, I really want to play RE9," and you gift that game to them, the bar for financial manipulation has not been met. If you reach out to someone and you say, "Oh, I could make your career. Oh, I could bring you on, you know. Yeah, I could easily," that's financial manipulation. Or if you're again like paying for someone's rent and you are the reason why they're living day to day, you are exploiting their economic situation for your own benefit. If someone says they really want a game and then you buy it to them, you are not exploiting their financial situation. They're the ones that approached you, told you that they wanted that game, and then you happen to get it for them. Right. And so, like, when you're putting that into this other stuff, now people are not going to want to care about, like, I've seen posts being like, Sykkuno's a Chad. It's like, no, he's not. No, he's a piece of shit. What the fuck? How could he possibly come back since the innocent shy boy persona is completely shattered? I don't think so. People like to forget things quickly. I think it's pretty hard to rehabilitate that, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But the worst thing is that I was worried that like the girlfriend, which I think is the biggest victim in this, she wasn't even spoken to about it, and like she did not get to okay any of this stuff. What a depressing fucking world to live in, that you wake up one day and you already know that your partner's cheating because someone else told you. And now the entire internet is talking about you. And I've already seen, like, I tried to like wipe it from my memory, people doxing his girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, all right. I'm glad that we care so much. Shouldn't you give her the ability to do that? The ability to talk about that? I feel like that's her, and maybe I'm mistaken about this. I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like in a relationship, the person who has the right to talk about cheating is the person who was cheated on. And if he was financially or sexually exploiting other women, the focus should be on that rather than the cheating, because the cheating is a story to tell of the girlfriend. The other stuff, I don't think his girlfriend, like, I think if you're dating someone else and the other person is like sexually assaulting people, I think you have no control over those people telling their story because that's their story. And that exists on its own as being horrible outside of cheating. Like, it doesn't matter that he cheated on his girlfriend to do something horrible, which, like, that would still be bad on its own, right? So I feel like it's like so fucked up that the cheating part became public, because shouldn't the person that makes it public be the girlfriend who is getting cheated on? And all of the other instances, if there is all of this manipulation and financial abuse and other forms of abuse, then those things should be publicized by the people who experience them. The other aspects aren't, the cheating aspect shouldn't be relevant for the other forms of abuse that you want to talk about. Multiple crimes can exist. Yeah. And I just, all of this shit is like just depressing as fuck. But yeah. Yeah. And then don't even get me started. Don't get me started. It is all Sykkuno's fault for playing with a 20-year-old, being surprised by the immature response. I mean, it's literally like, this is the thing that always blows my mind, that I like literally, I'm like, how do you not understand this? I can't believe the number of male creators that have so much ego. They're like, well, can I show you guys a post? It feels like there are so many male creators online that actually like think this way. And before then, not all male creators. Hold up. It's going to be worth the wait. It's going to be worth the wait. It does feel like every male creator that gets exposed, whatever the extent of that is like this exact post. No disrespect to the wizard who believe themselves to be wiser than the council, but that could never be me. I am far too wise to do something so foolish. Perhaps even wiser than the council. Or this one. RIP to everyone killed by the gods for their hubris, but I'm different and better. Maybe even better than the gods. Like it literally feels like every single one of these male creators they literally all think this. Where it's like, no offense to all the other men that got canceled for being a 30-year-old man and reaching out or being reached out to by 19 and 20-year-old women, but I just know better. I know better. It's like, dude, if you're already at that point, you're cooked. You're cooked. If someone tells you that they're 19 and you are 30 and you are a male creator, if only for fucking self-preservation, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you should immediately be able to recognize, I can't talk to you, I'm sorry. Yeah, I really can't talk to you. I can't. Sorry. I'd win. Yeah. It's just such stupid behavior. It's like, I have no words for the nonsense on display. Because, like, let me just say, if he was only speaking to the 30-year-old women that he reached out to, because he reached out to 30-year-old women as well, and 30-year-old women reached out to him as well, and if he was only speaking to those women, no one would be calling him half of the things that they're calling him. He can still deserve those things, but people wouldn't be calling him that. But it's just so mauled-inducing. This is like, the dudes online, like, saying they have respect for Sykkuno are always going to exist in society, and they're always going to suck, and they're bad on their own, and it's no one's fault those dudes exist. But man, is it frustrating to watch it happen. But Sykkuno. I genuinely believe that the most destruction you can do to someone's reputation, especially a man's reputation on the internet, is make them cringe. Because I can tell you guys for a fact, I don't even remember what Arcadum did. Was it Arcadum or Arcadius? Yes, you do? No, I don't. I remember he did something fucked up. I remember he was, like, exploiting a woman. And I think, like, there was a woman that stayed at his place and he was, like, really insane about it. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he assaulted someone, but I don't even remember. The only thing I remember is this fucking meme. The guy, the thing that I think canceled him was the fact that he became the 17.8% guy. For anyone who didn't know, this guy was exposed for being a creep and an insane person and being psychologically abusive to a lot of women. But no one even remembers any of that stuff. They just remember this clip. It was a dungeon master on Twitch. I know this video, but I don't even know who the person is.
I mean, do you think that if you didn't do D&D that people wouldn't be friends with you? Like, that's not the case.
Yes. No. I know that's in fact, I can give you a percentage. It is actually, I believe it is 17.8% of the people that I run D&D for will continue to be my friends once the game is done. I have that number for you. I have made that calculation. I have made that calculation 4 separate occasions. The evidence is empirical. So, sorry.
This is a phone call that this woman recorded with this man.
I believe it is 48% of you won't talk to me ever again.
Wait, what about the other person?
Passing messages, not a real friendship. Now, those numbers are probably going to be more bloated onto the passivity due to my position as a streamer. I haven't done the recalculations based off of that yet, but I can tell you unequivocally that the use of D&D in order to make friends has a 17.8% retention rate. That's the tragedy that I live. So, I don't expect you to understand that. I don't bring it up because it just makes people feel awful. But that's the reality of it.
I mean, is that like for all DMs or for you specifically?
That's for me. I can't speak for all DMs.
Right.
That's for me specifically. But considering that that's the only measurement that matters is because it's me. I'm not someone else. So, yeah, that's me specifically.
Okay, but like, have you thought about why they wouldn't? Aside from the obvious clout chasers, because
oh no. This is before clout.
Okay.
This is before any of that. These measurements are based off my entire career. So, 17.8%.
I'll say it. 17.8% is a great stat. About 1 in 5 people that you DM for stay your friend. That is a great number. Those are good numbers, bro. That's good. Those are good numbers, man. Huh? Oh, 1 in 6. Sorry. In my opinion, this did more damage to him and to his career than anything that came out about him. Because people don't even remember what he did. They just remember this video. They remember he did something bad. So they're justified in hating him. But they only remember this video. Bro was running Excel sheets to figure out how many people he DMs for. Like campaigns for Dungeon Master. Stay his friend. And I mean this genuinely. Like, I think clips like these have done more damage to Sykkuno's reputation than some of the shit that I've seen online.
I saw you have some DMs from him and like 10 other guys. Not that anything's wrong with that. I support you. You have fun. Just be careful next time when you point your camera at your Discord and you you don't want to leak. You didn't leak the conversations, which is okay. But you really are popular, huh?
He literally speaks like a character that's dubbed in an anime. Really are like popular, huh?
It's
no need
not...
to murder me like that.
Wait, it was a compliment. And besides, it just means that even though you're really popular, you still wanted to talk to me, right? So...
Even though you're like really popular, you still wanted to talk to me, right? What is this voice? 14-year-old. No. He literally sounds like an anime character that's dubbed. Let me just pull up My Hero Academia and then mute it. Let's see. I want to see it. I want to see a scene between two people talking. What should I look for? Maybe like this. I need like a conversation between characters. Hold up. Stay psych right now. No way this man is 34. Maybe this one. What's the chick's name? The gravity chick? Deku and Bakugo? No. What's the chick's name? They've had to have had conversations, right? I don't remember. Urara? That sounds right. Oh, God. Oh, it's cooked. Oh, it's over.
Wait, it was a compliment. And besides, it just means that even though you're really popular, you still wanted to talk to me, right?
I didn't link it up. Wait. Fix this. Okay, wait. Let's line it up.
And besides, it just means that even though you're really popular, you still wanted to talk to me, right? So, it makes me feel a little special in some kind of way. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I was,
You doing?
Pokey came to visit. Would you guys...
Tell her I...
Why does he speak like that? Why? Cat will edit this together in no time. You guys got it, dude. Need an official edit now? You guys got it. You guys can come up with one. I'm telling you, if you wanted to... You know the clip? This clip lives in my head rent-free. I'm showing it to you guys. This was my secret clip that I wasn't going to share with anyone. But I'm going to share it with you guys because I care about you guys, all right? But you're not allowed to share it with anyone else. Hold up. This is the Reddit moderator. He was streaming after Charlie made the video that he did. Moist Critical made the video that he did afterward. This is the Hello Space, Mr. CEO of Reddit. This clip is something I reference every other day. Like, it lives in my head. I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe this caption is perfect. This has to be satire, bro. I swear. This was his reaction to the Charlie video, the Moist Critical video.
That is like I could just destroy Charlie by doing this. Oh shit! Like, do I do this? Two. Destroy Charlie.
I'm telling you guys, with close friends, it's like an every other day. Every other day, I'm like, okay, 2, destroy Charlie. It'll be like, I'll have like one negative interaction with someone and it'll be like, 2, destroy X. And I literally, it lives in my brain. And if you wanted to lock in and be like, okay, step 2, destroy Sykkuno. The strat would be doing this shit. This would cause irreparable harm to his brand and his image. Or the ones where they're like pulling up like old photos of him where he looks kind of balding. And then also call him a piece of shit, a cheater, a liar, and all these other things that are damaging to him. If you actually want him to have like consequences for his actions. I can see you playing this shit when you die in Rival. In the brain ass planning. So yeah, I'm just disappointed that everything has played out the way that it has, and I'm very sad that his girlfriend literally did not get. She was not. The women who had him in their DMs did not reach out and make sure it was okay to say what they wanted to say online because he was cheating on his girlfriend. It's very depressing and disappointing for me. And man, what a sociopath. What a crazy person. You're lying to all your friends about being in a relationship, about not being in a relationship for years. And then you're in like how many messages? And then you're like cheating on your girlfriend with this many people? What a freak, bro. What an absolute freak. All right.